And so I went looking for my next job with two I actually had three and I had to compromise on one. But I had three very clear objectives. One, high growth, which is the personal learning that I mentioned. So the highest growth possible would be great. Because I saw very much this step in my career as recharging. Having tried to be an entrepreneur and understood why I wasn't able to do it, I wanted to kind of recharge and learn some more. Or as a friend described it to me, it's a bit like doing an MBA. You're sort of going to do your time before I could then go and reinvest what I learned. So growth. The second is absolutely critical, and I would never compromise on this, which is mentorship. Really to work for and with people who inspire me every day. The third thing I wanted was exposure to deep or innovative, deep technology, I guess, or cutting edge technology in some way. On that I had to compromise. Okay. Oyo is powered by lots of interesting technology, but it's hospitality and hotels led business. There's maybe an emerging theme in my career, which is real estate, but generally speaking, and this is a blessing and a curse, but generally I've been a generalist, management consulting, startup, trying to build my own company, and then doing then actually as a freelance consultant, and then doing some kind of more startup. But I never went in and said I'm the hospitality guy. But I don't want to be the hospitality guy. I'm interested in lots of different things. And in some ways that's the sort of management consultant's curse, because you can be interested in jack of all trades and not focused on one. And at some point I think I will need to build functional expertise.
You may have seen a lot of different stages and changes over time, I guess. So you mentioned that your role has changed a lot, but it's also part of your role to be involved in different steps.
Yes.
Since you are kind of the glue within the company, what kind of stages or things that you've seen growing massively your workforce?
So there have been 4 or 5 distinct phases, I would say.
Okay.
I don't know if they're all in equal size and shape. But I would have thought in any other environment I might get exposure to one of these every 18 months, and it's been more like every 2 or 3 months.
Okay.
And this has all happened within a year. Now, obviously, if it happens that quickly, it doesn't mean that it happens with the same level of rigor and the same depth. So, but it still happened. The first is what you might call the sort of handcrafting phase. 20, 25 people trying to figure out how you build a supply function, how you build an infrastructure function and an operations function, and also interact with the technology that's based out of India, but also build a lot of the reporting and the strategy, the data that helps you actually operate. And you've got an HR and legal,